evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me on this edition of the 6 p.m. primetime newscast on Equinoxe television. Our major stories tonight: just like in 2018, President Paul Biya chooses Marwa for his first campaign appearance. Speaking at the Lamido Yaya Daru Stadium in Marwa, the head of state applauded the population for their continuous support while promising them that he won't rest until significant projects are accomplished. He equally acknowledged the region's insecurity while praising the security forces for their constant support in fighting Boko Haram. He called on the population to massively vote for him come October 12. Away from that, with the October 12 presidential election just days away, Cameroonians are flocking to Elekam offices to collect their voters' cards, but long queues and frustration are widespread. Many have spent hours waiting only to be met with delays. Elekam offices responsible for organizing elections in Cameroon have been overwhelmed to the demand. The atmosphere in these centers is tense, with many first-time voters asking themselves whether they will be able to cast their ballots come October 12. Will the efforts pay off, or will the challenges overshadow the electoral process? Find out in this edition of the 6 p.m. primetime newscast. Those are major stories. Once more, thank you so much for staying with us for presentation. I am Immaculate Fogwe. With the October 12 presidential election just 4 days away, Elekam offices in Douala are overwhelmed, filled to capacity, with Cameroonians eager to collect their voters' cards. Many have been visiting these offices for days only to be met with disappointment. Despite these challenges, some remain determined to cast their ballots. Mana Glory met with some of these Cameroonians and they now explain to us their state of mind.
Despite long queues and red tapes, Cameroonians are rushing to retrieve their cards for October 12 presidentials, with 11 opposition candidates vying to replace President Paul Biya. Nearly 8 million people have registered on the electoral roll ahead of elections, desiring change.
I want change. I must promote change by going to vote.
Things are really hard for us. That's why that things should change.
Regarde, à midi, normal les beignets. Tout ça, à cause de quelqu'un qui ne veut pas aussi que nous on juge de notre pays, c'est grave. Mais dimanche, tout doit changer.
It was a tense atmosphere at the Lokbaba neighborhood, Douala 3 subdivision this Tuesday, as over 1,000 people gathered in front of a Elekam office with anger and frustration to collect their voter cards. While some say they have been waiting for hours, others have been waiting for days to no avail.
Around maybe 11, there were issues to whether you must print. You must print first before they go and check you if your card is outside. So there are people here saying I'm still waiting. So I don't know.
It was the same scenario in the Douala 5 municipality. A difficult situation to older people who, due to long hours of wait, decided to give up.
Je rentre chez moi.
Tu prends pas ta carte?
Et si je tombe, la carte va me relever. Je suis fatigué. Mais depuis le matin, on est là.
Non, on ne peut pas torturer les gens comme ça.
To others, giving up isn't an option, but determination is.
J'étais déjà ici. Il y a de cela 3 semaines, on a dit que ce n'était pas prêt. Je suis donc rentrée à la maison. Aujourd'hui, j'ai décidé que la journée d'aujourd'hui, là, je vais perdre toute la journée pour récupérer ma carte.
Whoever wins the presidential elections in Cameroon faces a host of challenges, from tackling insecurity in the 2 English-speaking regions and the Far North region to revive an economy hit by financial challenges.
And the Cameroon People's Democratic Movement CPDM party has officially launched its presidential campaign for Nous subdivision and Libialem division of the Southwest region under the leadership of the permanent divisional representative Paul Thasson and several high-ranking party officials. The event was marked by spirited dancing and speeches that echoed through the gathering, with hundreds of residents turning out to show their support. The CPDM used the occasion to highlight President Paul Biya's 4 decades of leadership and development, as Rex Afon tells us from that part of the country.
A wave of excitement swept through Mogby as vibrant supporters and militants of the Cameroon People's Democratic Movement kicked off the party's presidential campaign for Alo subdivision. Leading the energetic launch was Permanent Divisional Representative Paul Tassong, joined by top party officials of Lebialem. The festive event drew hundreds of devoted supporters eager to reaffirm their loyalty to the CPDM and its enduring leader, President Paul Biya. Speaking to the jubilant crowd, Paul Tassong celebrated President Biya's achievements, spotlighting over 40 years of what he called visionary leadership and transformative development for the people of Alo.
It is more of the recognition of what President Biya has done for these people and the potential, the possibility for him to do even more. The Libyan people, the Alo people and the Mogmi people are on standby and ready to say thank you to President Paul Biya by casting their vote massively for him in his favor on October 12, 2025.
Other party militants also echoed these sentiments, calling on the people of Alo to stand firmly behind the CPDM. They emphasized the importance of continued peace and progress, urging renewed trust in President Biya's steady hand.
Vote for President Paul Biya, the white card. You know that politics is a chup. When you throw me, I throw you. When you scratch my back, I scratch your own. It is time now for the people of Alo to scratch the back of the president. He has scratched our back for the last 43 years. We should return it today.
Vote 100% in Alo subdivision in favor of Paul Biya. And I pray the rest of the 2 subdivisions in Libialem will do same. And in the southwest, we will distinguish ourselves with a very high rate of participation for one party only, this white ballot.
With the campaign season now in full swing in Mongbi, the CPDM is determined to capture a resounding victory in Alo subdivision, setting the stage for a new chapter of progress.
Still in politics, Cameroon's Prime Minister, Chief Dr. Joseph John Goutey, has launched a scathing attack on former government ministers running for president, questioning their credibility and past performance. Speaking at the CPDM campaign rally in Betwa, East region of Cameroon, Goutey criticized those who couldn't deliver as ministers, yet promised to do better as president. The comments appeared to target Issa, BAKARY and BAKARY, both of whom resigned from government to contest the upcoming presidential election. Sedi Chakutio has the details.
During a CPDM campaign rally in Betwa, East region of the country, Prime Minister Chief Dr. Joseph John Goutey openly mocked ex-ministers now vying for the presidency.
Ne nous attardons pas donc sur les critiques stériles et sans fondement de ceux-mêmes-là.
In a sarcastic statement, he questioned their credibility, saying that those who couldn't deliver as ministers now promised to do better as president.
Plus compétents qu'hier, alors qu'ils peinaient à comprendre simplement leur mission ministérielle.
His remarks goes towards Issa BAKARY and Belobuba Maigari, who left the regime so as to get into the race for the presidential elections. This outing sparked tension as these former regime insiders attempt to be agents of change. Some days to the presidential election, the CPDM militants in the East region assured President Paul Biya during this rally 100% winning.
And we stay in politics as Kabralibi's campaign has resonated with young people in the Far North region as he highlighted the development challenges facing the Adama region, particularly in agriculture. During a meeting in Gaoundere, he promised to improve their living conditions if elected President of Cameroon. Asa Lucilengu reports.
From Gidigis to Zigilao, Torok and Gereme in the Far North region, the campaign caravan of Kabralibi drew the attention of many, especially young people. At every hour, be it at night, supporters, militants and sympathizers of the Cameroon Party for National Reconciliation patiently waited for their presidential candidate to deliver his message. They are assured that Cabral Libi is the man of the people, someone who understands the various communities, identifies their challenges, and knows how to resolve them. On Monday evening, October 6, 2025, under the rain, the CPNR presidential candidate Cabral Libi held a meeting at Place des Fêtes in Gaoundéré. Militants came out in large numbers to support their champion, demonstrating determination to vote 100% for him.
Nous sommes en campagne et il y a beaucoup de candidats et beaucoup de choses qui se disent. Mais moi, je vous parle des choses concrètes.
Cabral Libi, speaking to the people of Gaoundéré, revealed that the development of the Adamawa region has been hindered since independence by unachieved projects, even in the agricultural sector. He promises to change the dire living condition of the people if elected, as he is sure of his unique political program compared to his opponents. After his meeting with the people, Cabral Libi paid a visit to notables in Boumdjere, still in Gaoundéré. This visit provided an opportunity for him to connect with the people and present his plans of addressing their challenges by rehabilitating roads, providing employment for the youth by reviving the agricultural sector and boosting development.
Là où je serai, vous serez, parce que mon frère, si, sera là où je serai. Et je sais.
Merci pour vos sacrifices, merci pour votre engagement, merci pour votre détermination.
He urges Cameroonians not to relent their efforts for change, especially in the fight against fraud. While engaging in this fight, he cautions everyone to be vigilant.
Tout ce que nous faisons là maintenant, c'est bien. Mais si nous ne surveillons pas le vote, tout ce travail va être ruiné par la stratégie de fraude qu'ils ont mise en place. Ne vous laissez pas avoir.
And now we talk sports. The Indomitable Lions of Cameroon are set to face off against Mauritius in a crucial FIFA World Cup qualifier on Wednesday, October 8, 2025. With only 2 matches remaining, Cameroon needs to secure wins in both games to keep their World Cup dreams alive. The preview of the Mauritius versus Cameroon encounter is with our sportsman, Smart Chikan Gabriel.
It is with an atmosphere of uncertainty that the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon are preparing for the clash against bottom-place Mauritius in the last but one day of the FIFA World Cup qualifiers for the African zone. While the Mauritanians have nothing left to hope for, they could play to save their honor, but the Indomitable Lions are having a psychological advantage after hitting the Mauritius 3-0 in the first leg on November 17, 2024. Aware of the importance of the game, Mark Breeze has called up reinforcement up front in the likes of Carl Eta Eyong, who is in red-hot form with Levante, scoring already 5 goals after 8 playing days of La Liga in Spain. The striker will provide additional options to unlock a match where every goal will count double. The chances for Cameroon to qualify for the FIFA World Cup haven't been completely lost, with 2 possible scenarios at hand. Firstly, which is the most desirable, will be a direct qualification which requires 2 victories over Mauritius and Angola, while hoping for a poor performance from Cabo Verde, that is a defeat and a draw. The second, which is a less promising scenario, would be passing through the playoff, and again it will require 2 victories in their last 2 matches. The head coach of the Indomitable Lions seems to have lost hopes of getting a direct qualification. I have my position. It is to be as high as possible. So we would like to be the second best to qualify, and we will see after. But to finish first, it's not possible. The den of the Indomitable Lions is steadily gaining steam, and some players are optimistic.
I think everyone's positive. We know how important these next 2 games are. Of course, we didn't win the last game, but we have full belief that we can win on Wednesday, and that's what we're going to try and do. So everyone believes we can qualify directly. it's the spirit that we have between the team.
It will be at the 10,000 capacity National Sports Complex pitch, one that Mauritius will challenge Cameroon this Wednesday.
And unfortunately, we'll not be able to have the report on President Paul Biya's visit in Mara today, but we'll come back to this element in our subsequent news edition. That's it for this first part of the news. Talking Point comes up next. My guest tonight is Issa BAKARY. He is the president of the Cameroon National Salvation Front, CNSF party. Good evening, Mr. President. It's a pleasure to have you on Talking Point tonight. We'd like to know from you what you're reading of this massive mobilization of Cameroonians today. How do you feel about the huge crowd that comes to attend your campaign rallies?
Well, pleasure, happiness. This is a testimony, this is an indication that I am in the same length of wave with the people. They recognize themselves in their leaders. Can you remember? I have been chosen by the people to be the leader and to run this presidential election. I have had opportunity to organize many rallies. The huge turnout is an indication that what I am doing is highly appreciated by Cameroonians. I'm very much pleased, and I would like them to know that I will be always in a mission with the people. All action, all my commitment during my tenure of office of power, I will listen and implement all policy that will suit our people in all aspects.
Tell us, are you already seeing yourself in the Unity Palace and on the presidential seat?
Yeah, you don't understand it, but I am already there. What I have been doing is to demonstrate that I am already there and fit for the office. So be there. And the 12th of October, cast your ballot in favor of TCHIROMA, because I have already been chosen by the people, and I would like you to confirm it, and it's going to be by the will of Allah.
In summary form of what you have been saying so far about changing this nation, what are you going to do to change the poor governance system that has plagued Cameroon for the past 4 decades? We have suffering, misery, and other challenges that the people have been facing for the past 4 decades.
Union used to be the fighter, the conqueror, those who have never accepted any kind of defeat. Unfortunately, today, they are very skeptical. Cameroonians do not believe in themselves, trust themselves. This is wrong. My responsibility is to awaken them, to let them understand that this is their nation. There is no any other place on earth that they can claim to be at home and to be the maker of this nation. This is our nation. There is no any other Cameroon elsewhere. So I'm going to listen to. I will put together what is necessary to get all Cameroonians involved in the process of revamping, of remaking. Indeed, today everything is falling apart. But let me be in this office and you will be agreeably, pleasantly surprised. It is possible to make it, and I have the know-how and the commitment to take all decisions that will transform, will change the nation.
You went to the Northwest and Southwest regions and you asked for forgiveness about some of the things you said about the Anglophone crisis when you were still a minister. Now that statement of yours has generated controversial reactions, with a lot of people saying that why is he coming to ask for forgiveness only now that he wants to be president? Some see your demand for forgiveness as sincere, while others question your sincerity for forgiveness. Secondly, What are you going to do concretely to solve the problem?
You see, I understand them. For as long as I was a member of the government, the solidarity of ministers in our government prevented me from so doing. I have to remain a member of the government and show my solidarity, my support to the government. Now I am free. As a member of the government, I realized that this decision that I was obliged to take on behalf of the government has hurt many people's mind and heart, and it is wrong not to apologize. You see, now I'm no longer a member of the government, and I am free to express myself. I did it not because I want to win mind and heart of people, not at all. In full knowledge of what I did, and in full conscience, I decided to take this decision. I didn't ask them to vote for me. I didn't do it. But I sincerely think that this is the right thing that has to be done, and I did it in full knowledge of what has happened. And once again, I seize this opportunity to let them understand that I trust, I believe, and I mean what I say.
The crisis has been ongoing for the past 9 years and is still ongoing, as I rightly said. Tell us, how are you going to solve this problem concretely?
I'm going to solve it because in my program, you have already taken notice of it. I will come back to federalism. I will summon experts, constitutionalists, economists, and all those who in one way or other have been involved in this conflict. All of them will be liberated. I will grant them amnesty. Let us come together. This is our nation. Our nation. Let us come together around the table and listen to each other. All shareholders in this nation has to be brought together, have to be involved in this process. Within maybe some few months, 6 months, not more than a year, we will find a common denominator, and this will be submitted to the people through a referendum. Once it is adopted, then it will be implemented. But before so, I will liberate them, because their right place is not in prison. They have to be the maker of our nation.
There has been much talk on the opposition to come together and form a coalition. Tell us, what exactly is stopping the NUDP and the CNSF parties, that is your party and that of BAKARY, from coming together to form a coalition at this point in time when we are being called, calls from Cameroonians have been rising to the sky, calling on you both to come together?
Please. Didn't you notice that the people have already operated this coalition? I have been designated by the Union for Change. The Union for Change is has a component, politicians, many political leaders, unionists, the people, the civil society. All of them gathered, and they gave opportunity to whoever, all the political leaders, those who were ready to sign the condition. I signed it, but all others, I don't know the reason why they didn't. Is it because they knew that they stand a small chance to be nominated? I don't know. I did it, and I am very much pleased to notice that all of them cast their ballot in my favor, and I want you to support me, because I will be the best president ever this country have had.
What about political prisoners? If elected president of Cameroon come October 12, how will you tackle their case? And that was Issa BAKARY, president of the Cameroon National Salvation Front, CNSF party. That's all put a cap to today's edition of the 6 p.m. primetime newscast on Equinoxe television. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your keen attention. Stay in the company of interesting programs on the best of TV stations. Bye-bye for now.